All right. So to kind of recap season 1 of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, some of my favorite episodes, obviously the pilot, it's iconic, it's epic, so much happens. It's like 2 episodes in one. Just seeing Dr. Mike get to Colorado Springs and kind of try and adjust to that, and seeing the automatic connection between her and Sully and the children as well. I loved her and Charlotte's friendship, and I hate that Charlotte was only in it for a very short period of time. I think her and Dr. Mike would have become best friends. They kind of already were. I mean, she asked her to take her kids, basically. Another favorite episode is Bad Water. Obviously, it's another great episode of Sully and Dr. Mike, just seeing that connection that they have. This is the first time that they're alone for a long period of time together, and they just make so many great connections. Sully thinks that she's gonna slow him down, and Dr. Mike ends up helping him out, and he helps her out, just like they kind of lean on each other and rely on each other when they're not used to relying on someone else. So definitely like that one. Happy Birthday episode, one of my favorites. Just love it. Seeing the children kind of want Dr. Mike to be happy. They want her to be happy. They want her to possibly get married one day if that's what she wants. And of course, Brian wants Sully to be his Paul, which is super sweet. I love their relationship. And then I really love the portrait. Again, Sully and Dr. Mike address the kiss at the end of the Happy Birthday episode. I just love it, and I love that they kind of connect. So some cool guest stars obviously was Johnny Cash, and also Kenny Rogers. The relationships that I love obviously is Sully and Dr. Mike. They have this beautiful friendship right now. They're best friends. They've gone through a lot together in just a short period of time, and you can tell that they do genuinely care for each other and like each other. And I just can't wait to see their friendship grow, or relationship. I guess don't want to spoil anything, so I guess you'll have to see what happens with them in the coming seasons. Another relationship I really loved was, you only got little glimmers of it in the first season, but Brian and Mr. Bray, Lauren. It's an odd relationship, right? It's a young boy and this older man, but they really seem to have this connection where Brian really looks up to him, and you can kind of see Lauren's heart soften over the time. Not only towards Brian, but towards Dr. Mike, towards Sully. You can just kind of see him soften a little bit. Obviously, I love the relationship between the children, each other, that sibling relationship between all 3 of them. They did an amazing casting with that. And then I love the children's relationship with Dr. Mike. They know that whatever, she's always there for them. She might embarrass them from time to time or make them mad or angry, but she's always going to be there for them. You know, she helped Colleen and helped heal her hands so she didn't have to lose her limbs. She helped Brian she performed brain surgery on her own son, Matthew. You know, at this time she didn't do any like medical services on him per se, but you know, she saw him kind of become a man right before her eyes. I also love the camaraderie of the town between Lauren, Jake, and Hank. Them 3 together, they could have had their own comedy club or comedy show, because they're just hilarious together, and they only get more funny as the seasons go on. Myra and Horace's relationship I really like. It's unexpected. You just don't see it coming, but it happens and in the most unlikely way during the pandemic or epidemic of the influenza. Things back then that we know now that they didn't know. The biggest thing that comes to mind was blood transfusions. You know, Dr. Mike, when Lauren had that big surgery for his hernia surgery, he lost a lot of blood and needed a transfusion, and you know, Sully volunteered, and she said, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and they don't know why. They didn't know why at the time. So that's one thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was really... They didn't know a lot about the brain back then. It was not uncommon. It was not common, and there weren't a whole lot of specialists like we do now. We have neurologists all over the place, and neurosurgeons, but they just didn't have that back then. It was kind of an unexplored and kind of exploratory surgery kind of thing. So that was another thing. I really love like learning history in this series, between the Cheyenne, the army, the townspeople. I just love learning about that. And just the African Americans in town, you know, they were just freed not too long ago. They're no longer slaves. They can own their own business, homes. They can be regular people. They didn't get that before. They were slaves. They were owned by someone, and now they're not. They're their own people. And just seeing, I love Dr. Mike's heart. It's my favorite thing about her. She does not judge. She loves everyone. She does not judge anyone based on their ethnicity, their religion, their color of their skin. She just wants to help people. She's a doctor. I just love that about her. And Sully, he has a big heart as well, right? He will do anything for the people that he loves and cares about. But you will also find that he will do anything for anyone. That's just who he is as a person. He has this big heart, and he's afraid to show it sometimes. He's afraid to show his, you know, sensitive side and open up, you know, to Dr. Mike after everything he's been through. So, but I just love that about him. You can always count on Sully to come in and save the day. What else? Some of my favorite lines, a lot of them from Dr. Mike. I'm not a lady, I'm a doctor. And she would, in a lot of scenes in the pilot, she would be like, move, I'm a doctor. And I just loved her accent, especially in the pilot series. Jane Seymour has an accent. I can't remember where she's originally from, or her heritage. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I just love that. I love in the pilot where Brian says, gee, your dress sure is dirty. Yeah, I love Sully and Brian's relationship. It's so sweet, so pure. Like, again, he looks up to Sully just like he does to Mr. Bray for different reasons. Sully teaches him so much about the Cheyenne, about the earth, you know, everything. He just loves Sully so much. And I just love, like, at the end of the day, the town can put aside their differences to help someone or to do something. You see that in the portrait. At the end of the day, they all were in the picture. Every single person in the town, no matter what they look like, what ethnicity they were, it didn't matter. They were all in there. Yeah, they just, I love the camaraderie of the small town thing. So what I'm most looking forward to for season 2 is seeing how Dr. Mike and Sully's relationship flourish, if it does. Seeing Brian grow, as well as Colleen, learning more about being a doctor and helping Dr. Mike, assisting with different procedures. Seeing Brian and Mr. Bray's relationship grow, as well as his and Sully's. Excited to see what special guests they will have come in this season 2. And just kind of see the hardships that they have in season 2. So excited to get ready for season 2. And if you have any questions about Dr. Mike, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, have any comments, put them below. What are you most excited to see in season 2? And try not to give out any spoilers in case people are watching along with us for the first time. But yeah, what did you love most about season 1? Did you have a favorite episode and why? Favorite character and why? Or favorite relationship and why? My favorite character, I think it differs in each episode. Obviously, Dr. Mike and Sylvie are up there. But there were some times that I just, again, loved Brian and Lauren's relationship together. Or the Three Stooges is what I'm going to call them. Jake, Lauren, and Hank. Hank seems very rude and troubled, but you also get some glimpses that he has a soft side, you know, with his son, and just, you know, almost dating Dr. Mike. I almost forgot about that in the birthday episode. Going to get coffee, and then you can see how rude he is as far as, you know, he thought Grace's food was poisonous and making him sick. So ups and downs for him, that will continue. That's just Hank. That's just who he is. Horace is he needs to take up for himself more. He's one of those people. He was like me, I think. He just likes to go with the flow, make people happy, and, you know, he kind of gets bullied, especially from Hank and Lauren, and Jake. Jake, you can tell he's a little bit of a leader. Him and Lauren kind of lead the town. So you kind of see that form more as the series goes on. But Jake, again, he's kind of a hard ass. But you can kind of see some soft sides to him as well as Lauren. I think Lauren is very apparent that you can see some soft sides with him. So lots of losses too in the first season. We lost Charlotte. We lost, I know there's more. Maud, Lauren's wife. We lost Ruby, who was taking care of Hank's son. We lost a lot of people, obviously, in the flu epidemic, but not people that we knew very well or were in there very well. So, yeah, I think that's it. I thought there were more deaths than that. There's probably some that I'm forgetting. And then I love the Reverend. He always seems to want to do the right thing. He was a little off-putting in the pilot about saying he would pay for Dr. Mike's way back, and he just was kind of turned off to the fact that he had accidentally hired him at